Hi everybody. Now I've probably done something with these files before, but in a little bit of a different way. So what this is all about, so this video and these files are kind of aimed at people who are running a local DayZ server for doing testing and creating content and playing around with mods and all that sort of stuff. But you're a little bit tired of every time you go into your server, and then you'll go into the missions, and then you'll go into the you'll delete the storage_1 folder because you're testing something, and it means that when you respawn back in again, your character hasn't got anything on them. Obviously you're running Zomberry or Vanilla++ admin, something like that, so you can spawn stuff in and you can make your character god-like, with god mode, so they won't die. But it's nice to run around with something like this guy. So here we go. So what I've done is I've pulled up an old set of code snippets that I did look at a long time ago. That basically what they do is they'll spawn you in when you're a fresh spawn with one of 3 loadouts. You'll always be wearing the same clothes, and you'll have the same stuff in your backpack. So you've got some bandages, you've got some foods and some drinks, some antibiotics and an anti-tox thing. And then you'll either have a VSD or a UMP or an M4 as your weapon, and you've got an axe on your back. So it's just nice. You can then, you can then get on with the testing or doing whatever you want to do almost immediately without having to, go to the spawn menu and spawn in some clothes and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a quality of life thing. Now, this code obviously will work on community servers as well on PC. You could use it for that if you wanted to. So what do you do? How do you get it? Well, what you want to do is you'll want to go to my my GitHub repository over on GitHub, and I'll put a link in the description below the video. And in that repository you'll find some pictures, the AR loadout, the sniper loadout and the SMG loadout, and you'll find the Init.C and the readme.txt. The readme.txt includes all the instructions you need to do, and if you want to download them all, just click on the green code button, download with zip, extract it on your local drive. And there's 2 ways really that you can do this. You can just take the Init.C file, and then all you do, just copy and paste that, and within your mission, just copy and paste it over the top of your existing Init.C file. This Init.C will be good for DayZ 118 churner settings, so as time goes on and the Init.C files get changed to include different things, then it may well not be as compatible moving forward. And so that's why I've also included the XML, the code snippet as well. So if you go into the README and you scroll down a bit, it will say, look, take all this stuff here, and what you're going to do is you're going to load that into your Init.C. So let me kind of show you what I mean. So if I go to let's go to my Enoch local server. So if we open up my Enoch local server, so this is the Init.C. Let's close this at the bottom. What you're looking for is that line there, class custom mission mission server, because all the stuff below that kind of sets up your character normally. When you just get the guy with the pear and the bandage and the chem light in his pocket. So what you would then do is you can just take all of this all the way down to there, copy that, and just copy it over the top of everything there, all the way down to the bottom. There we go. Just make sure it's all the way down to the bottom. That's all the way up to the top, and then you would just save that. And now when I fire up Livonia or Enoch on my local server, I'll get one of those. Once I've killed my existing character, I'll then get one of these random loadouts. If you want to as well, you can go in excuse me, and you could change some of the things. And when you look at it, it's all pretty obvious. You can't actually add that much to the inventory though. For some reason, the way that it adds stuff to the inventory, it'll ignore some of your storage, but there's enough there to kind of get you started, so your character can have something to eat, and then you can crack on with doing whatever you're doing. As I say, this is probably quite old hat to most people, but I thought too many times when I'm mucking around with my local server, I'll delete the storage file to reset the server, and I'll spawn in. And I know you can just run around with a guy in crap clothes and no gun, but it's nice to run around as a proper character, isn't it? So that's where found this. Now, remember, with all of this stuff, as I've said many times, I don't make this stuff. I wouldn't have a clue how to do all this stuff. So I searched YouTube for this because I've already used this code in videos before. And there's a guy called T. Earl Grey Cold, and there's a link to a GitHub, but that doesn't exist anymore, it looks like, that GitHub. But it's actually stored on Rav Mustang's GitHub as well. So that's where I got it from. So shout out to those two peeps for coming up with and hosting this. There's loads of other different Init.C methods where you can have like 20 different loadouts and lots of different stuff. But I like this because it was quite simple, and it means that whenever I want to say, whenever I update the server, when you get an update to your to DayZ server, I'll just be able to copy and paste that Init.C or this section over the relevant section in the Init.C, restart, and I'll be saving time and not having to spawn stuff in. Right, so there we go. Hopefully you found that useful. Remember, all the bits are in the description below the video. If you have, also hit like, and if you'd like to see more of the same, press subscribe. And I will, of course, see you again soon.